Welcome everyone to Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. Want to welcome all of you to tonight's episode. I hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday evening tonight, or as I like to refer to Sundays as Walking Dead Sundays. Like I said, I hope everyone is well. The team is going to be handling the text chats. I'll be talking to you guys live on the air. If you're visiting us for the first time and want more information about our show, please visit our website at deadtalklive.com. And as always, please head on over to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done so, called Walking Dead Now, and please subscribe. If you're there right now, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on this broadcast if you enjoy it. I want to welcome all of our viewers. Tonight we're starting with Instagram, Maya15, AZ Gamer, who submitted an awesome picture to us that will show you guys in a second. Leslie is waving at us. Jorge, Alexander, Manex, Kamalar, Suj, Stanley, Evelyn is joining us. Halil is also with us. Selena waving at us. Let's see. AMXINX is also joining us. Just scrolling through the list of names. I'm doing well, gamer. Thank you for joining us tonight. Evelyn. I already mentioned Maya. Thank you for being with us, Maya. Shivi, Abbas, Eloy. On the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter side, we have Summer that is with us. We have Arkham. Negan is joining us. Negan is here. Cool. Jess Gaming is joining us on YouTube. Hard Productions. Candled. Cartman is joining us on Twitter. Welcome, Cartman. Let's see. Lynn Montenegro, a regular on Facebook, is joining us. Sherry's with us on Facebook. Emmy, Lindsay, Marlo, Jamie, all with us on Facebook. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, and I hope you could spend the next hour with us. Today we are going to be discussing some of the biggest cliffhangers on The Walking Dead, and should be an interesting conversation, so I hope you guys can stick around for it. As I mentioned earlier, our regular viewer on Instagram, AZ_gamer_YT, want to give him the proper shout out, submitted an original piece of artwork, Photoshop work that he did. And it's really awesome. I posted it on our social media earlier this afternoon, and it has just exploded because it's such a kick-ass picture. So let me just go ahead and show it to you guys. So this is a great picture. Like I said, I posted it earlier today. Thank you so much, Gamer, for sharing this with us, to post on our social media, and of course to share live tonight with all you guys. Great picture, wonderfully done, of Daryl, Rick, and Michonne. Awesome. And, this picture, if you did use Photoshop, I'm assuming it was a Photoshop or Photoshop-like program. It takes time, guys. It takes time to put something like this together. So there's a lot of work that goes into this, and it's very much appreciated. So thank you so much, AZ Gamer, for sharing that with us. It's a great picture. So a lot of love hearts coming up on Instagram. You're welcome, Gamer. Thank you for sharing that with us. Vito has joined us on Instagram. Farhad has joined us. CC Wheezy on Instagram writes, that is awesome. To Gamer. Raul is joining us. Frat is also joining us. Farhad is saying hello. Welcome, welcome. Lindsay Sparks, love your t-shirt, Viz. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. You can get it. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I got mine. Wanda is with us on Facebook, giving us a lot of love. And it looks like YouTube, of course, it's having its normal chat problems tonight. So let me go ahead and bring up the YouTube feed so I can look at the YouTube chats. Don't want to miss what you guys are saying. Steven Garza has joined us on YouTube. Negan is saying hi. EMI is also saying hello on YouTube. Candied Mushrooms is with us, saying hello. Samuel Perez, welcome, Samuel. So it looks like I'm going to have to be flipping back and forth to make sure I get to your guys' chats. If I miss some of them, I do apologize. We want to wish a very happy belated birthday to Emily Kinney, Beth, our beloved Beth on The Walking Dead. Yesterday, August 15th, was her birthday. She turned 35. So Emily, from all of us here at Walking Dead Now and the entire Walking Dead family, we wish you a very happy belated birthday, and we hope you had a great day yesterday. So happy birthday, Emily. The official Walking Dead YouTube channel, they have released a very cool 14-minute video on some of the most heroic moments on The Walking Dead. It's not a short video, it's 14 minutes long. So I invite you guys to go check it out. It's on the official Walking Dead YouTube channel. And Judith is included, and Shiva, the tiger. And, her awesome heroic moment when she saved Carl, who was seconds away from getting his head bashed in by Negan. We all remember that scene. So Shiva's included in that. So definitely go ahead and check that out, guys. It is pretty awesome. Lindsay Sparks really likes the picture. And says, thanks for the shout out, Viz. Anytime, Lindsay. Anytime. Wanda is also joining us on Facebook, saying Beth was one of my favorites, and saying happy birthday to Emily. Jesse is giving us love hearts on Facebook. Welcome, Jesse. Switching over to YouTube, Alita Gamer is with us on YouTube. Welcome, Alita. Samuel says, you commented in one of my videos. Yes. I love browsing YouTube and just for inspiration and ideas, fresh ideas for the show, for our social network. And like I've mentioned before on this show, I will comment on some of the weirdest YouTube videos. I'm not saying your video was weird, because people will look at my comment. First of all, the name is Walking Dead Now, and they'll be like, okay, you're a Walking Dead Now channel. Why are you commenting on this video? And I explained to them, I liked it. I'm looking for inspiration, new ideas, and I get a lot of that. And some people don't. A lot of them are like, wow, you have like so many subscribers. And why, I even get some people that say, wow, you have so many subscribers. Why are you commenting on my video? Like, I didn't know we were like divided into a class system where people who have so many subscribers are only allowed to comment with people with equal amount of subscribers. No, it doesn't work like that. I don't judge a person's video or their channel based on how many subscribers they have. That's just a number. There's a lot of great channels out there on YouTube that don't have the amount of subscribers yet. You have to be patient, that they're going to get eventually. And, patience is the name of the game. And just keep putting out good content. Put stuff that you're passionate about. Because as I tell everybody when they ask me for advice, if you start putting out videos out there just to please an audience and just giving them what they think they want to see, it's not sustainable. You have to love it. You have to believe in it in order for it to work, in order for it to be sustainable and see the results. Kimmy is with us on YouTube. Welcome, Kimmy. Emmy writes, I miss Shiva. Alita also writes on YouTube, I love The Walking Dead. Uh, I'm a white boy says, you do you, bro. I'm proud to be a part of this channel. You're a normal dude. I get what you're saying. My channel grew 680 subscribers in a week. No matter how many I'll get, I'll always be the same. Exactly. Always stay true to yourself. Don't let the number of subscribers, don't let the number of followers, likes, don't ever let that get to your head, guys. Don't. It's not. A lot of people out there, you know, they're so focused on getting followers and likes. And let me ask you this question, okay? For everybody who might be in that category, let's say, you know, we have well over 330,000 followers on Walking Dead now. Great. Wow. That's awesome, right? We are the number one social media Walking Dead fan site. We're it. We're the number one. Wow. Great. Wonderful. Okay, now what? All right. Let's say you get those numbers. Let's say you get the numbers that you want. You get all, you know, every time you post something, you get 1,000 or more likes or views or whatever. What's your end game? What's your goal? What are you going to do with it? People are so focused to reaching a high number of followers and likes that they don't think beyond that. Okay, what's going to happen after that? What am I going to do with that? You know, and that's what you got to really think about, okay? That's all I'm saying. The bottom line is you got to be true to yourself. You always got to stay true to yourself. If you try to portray someone or something that you think your followers want to see or your followers, you know, want you to be, it's not sustainable. It's not going to last very long, and it's going to quickly disappear on you. But if you're true to yourself, the people that are going to come, they're there because they like you. They like your content. They're not there just to do you a favor, unless they're family. But they're there because they like your stuff. And if you stay true to yourself, it'll be great. Wuchii says, I love you. Well, thank you. Kelly on Facebook is saying hello. Let's switch back over to YouTube. Kimmy is saying hi back. So anyway, Marko, our executive producer, sent me a lot of cool pictures today. Okay. But before I get to that, Lou Temple, who was a guest on our show earlier this month, Lou Temple played Axel, the season 3 prisoner of The Walking Dead, the one that got shot while talking to Carol by that evil bastard, the governor, played so brilliantly by David Morrissey. You know, he was part of a panel, and, you know, he was asked a question about the ongoing prank war that is going on between Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln. And, you know, he said it was great. And he mentioned a funny line how the both of them one day just rolled onto the set wearing sombrero hats. And it was like that. And it kept the crew lighthearted. Everyone was laughing, you know. And according to Lou, and even Norman, it seems like Daryl is the champion of the prank war between him and Andy. I mean, I don't want to offend Andy on his pranks, but it looks like Norman Reedus is the champion of that prank war. AZ Gamer writes, yep, Viz, most of them just show off, and it only depends on the likes and views and followers. That's absolutely true. Caro is giving us a smiley love face, as is Michael on Instagram. So, gotta flip back and forth here. Anyway, let's go and show you these great pictures that our executive producer, Marko, sent in to me today, so I can show you guys. All right, now here's a great collage, okay, and how Each one of these characters has been given, the nickname. Starting off with Andrew Lincoln on the top left, of course, the ringleader. Then Daryl, the archer. Michonne, the samurai. Young Carl there, the kid. Maggie and Glenn, the lovers. Carol, the protector. Tyrese, the humane. Sasha, the realist. Beth, the rebel. Bob, the loner. Judith, the innocent. Tara, the remorseful. And that's probably because of her, getting sucked in by the governor. Abraham, Michael Cudlitz, the brawn. Rosita, the beauty. A more accurate title for Rosita would be the beauty and the badass. That's my nickname for her. The beauty and the badass. And then Eugene, the brains. Thought this was a great picture. And let's go on to the next one. So, you guys ever wonder what these guys looked like way back when? Well, check this out. Look at Carol on the lower left hand. Wow. Wow, she's a beautiful woman now. I mean, look at her back then as well. Look at Shane. Shane's picture is the best. Look at Andrew Lincoln's hair in the middle right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at Rick's hair. I have no words. I have no words. You have Daryl right there on the upper right hand. Very cute. Lori, Dale, Glenn's cute picture. Maggie, Lauren Cohen, beautiful as always. Andrea, with her totally 80s hairdo. Love it, love it. But look at Rick's hair. Oh my God. What do you guys think of Andrew Lincoln's hair? Oh man, when I saw that, I was like, wow. Emmy is laughing on YouTube. I'm like, damn, guys. I don't know what to say. Andrew Lincoln has his hair has definitely gotten better with age. That's all I can say. Andrew writes, Melissa and Laurie Holden look so different. I mean, Melissa McBride, out of the whole bunch, I'd never recognize her. Looking at that picture then and, her now, I would not recognize her. Stenningal writes on Instagram, Rick and Shane, the 80 perms. Yeah, the 80 perms. That's a good one. Andy is wearing a wig or an afro, writes Gamer. No, that's his real hair, man. Summer on YouTube writes, I want to rub my hands through it, and that's what I think of that hair. Yeah, I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, going back to the pictures. Yeah, that hair. Wow. Yeah. Andy, you have gotten a lot better with age. So let's see. Next one. Here's a great picture of Pollyanna and Alana, Jadis and Tara. Great picture of the two of them together. Look how tall Pollyanna McIntosh is. She's pretty tall. Great picture of these two. So anyway, guys. Oh, we have a caller. Hello, you're on Dead Talk Live with Viz. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Cameron.
Hey, Cameron, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. I just really like your streams.
Well,
and I
thank you.
watch them like whenever.
Thank you. What do you think of Rick's hair back in the day?
Well, let's just say, like you said, age was better for him.
Yeah. He's like a fine wine. He's gotten better with age. So thank you so much for the compliment. We are glad that you watch us. And this is Cameron O'Shawn, right? The contest winner. Am I right?
No. I actually just started following you on, actually subscribing, on YouTube, about a month ago.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That is kick-ass. Well, stick around. We're going to be talking about some of the best cliffhangers on The Walking Dead starting here in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have a question or a comment or anything?
Well, my question is, if you look at Carl's, T-shirt, do you, it's something to ask. Why is that symbol there? Do you think he was a part of, some little thing when he was younger?
Which picture are you talking about?
The background that you have actually right now.
My background? Looking at that and his T-shirt, from what I can tell, that looks like a big old paw print. What does it look like to you?
I don't know. It looks like he was in some sort of, Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it was some sort of, thing like that, but in the Walking Dead universe.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I mean, I never really paid that close of attention to the T-shirt he was wearing. Just quickly glancing at it, for me, it looks like this big old ass paw print. But I could totally see it, like it's, like a youth camp or a Boy Scout type of T-shirt that they would give out to all the members.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good eye, man. Good eye.
Thanks.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for calling in, okay?
Yeah, no problem. Keep on doing what you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, talk to you soon.
Okay, see ya.
See ya. Yeah. What do you guys think of that picture? To me, like I said, it looked like a big paw print, but I get Cameron and what he's saying. It does look like some kind of boys' youth camp, summer camp, Boy Scouts type of T-shirt. Never really paid that close attention to it before. But Cameron has a good point. He does have a great point. Lindsay Sparks writes, great picture on that. And I got to remind everybody, guys, this artwork behind me is an original by our viewer, Toby Irwin. This is his original artwork. You're not going to find this anywhere else. I mean, when he first sent this to us about 2 months ago now, or longer, I posted it all over my social media, so I don't know how far it has spread since then, but it's an original, guys. Tina says, hello, Dead Fam. Hello, Viz. How is everyone doing tonight? We are doing well, Tina, on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. AZ Gamer writes about the T-shirt, saying, yep, it does. Mr. KMY is joining us on Instagram. Welcome. Let's see. Kat writes, amazing piece of art. Yes, Toby is an artist. Absolutely. He does some great work. So let's go ahead and start our topic for tonight, okay? And like I mentioned, we are doing some of the biggest cliffhangers on The Walking Dead. And we have had quite a few, okay? The entire team here at Walking Dead Now contributes to our, topic. And they have some great thoughts. And like I said, we have this master document that we use to collaborate with. And everybody gets the opportunity to jot down their ideas. And it works out great. It really does work out great. Mary61 Mom is joining us. Welcome, Mary. Ray writes, I want season 11, and I like the art behind you. Well, before we get to season 11, let's finish season 10, and then we're going to have those 6 extra episodes before we even get to season 11. So we still have quite a few stuff to see before we even get to season 11. So, we're doing the most shocking cliffhangers. Why were they so shocking? And basically, did they follow the comics? If they did, what was different between the TV show cliffhangers from the comics, and so on? So I'm going to start off with Kat's points, okay? And she starts off with season 3, episode 8, which was called Made to Suffer, the mid-season finale of season 3. Very great mid-season finale. She goes on to say, it's revealed to Merle and Andrea and the viewers that the governor had captured Daryl and the others had escaped Woodbury, meaning Maggie and Glenn. Merle says to the crowd, what should we do with them? The crowd cheers, kill them, and the governor says to Merle, you wanted your brother, now you've got him. As viewers, we're all left on the edge of our seats, anticipating this big showdown between the two brothers. And, Kat writes, and I felt the same way, it might have been Daryl's time. We thought we might have lose Daryl at that point, halfway through season 3, where he was already a huge fan favorite by that point. And Kat goes on to say, this isn't in the comics. Daryl didn't exist in the comics, as Daryl and Merle both did not exist. However, the closest parallel to the comics is when Tyrese in the comics decides to go with Michonne to Woodbury to take down the governor. Okay? It was Tyrese and Michonne that decided to go to Woodbury to take down the governor. The one thing they really kept on the TV show from the comics is how much Michonne hated the governor from the moment she laid eyes on him. During a fight with the governor's guards and under gunfire, Tyrese is captured, and in the way that we see Herschel used in the TV series to force the group to give up the prison, Tyrese suffers a similar fate. The governor uses Michonne's katana, her sword, to slowly sever his head. So, if you guys did not know that about the comics, there you go. There you guys go right there. And I'm just flipping back and forth to see all the different comments. Let's see. Okay, it seems to be I'm up to date. Let's go on to Kat's second point. The season 4 finale. Oh, wow. Talk about a great one there. If you guys remember season 4, after the mid-season in season 4, the group had been split. When the governor came in and, basically ran them out of the prison, the entire group the governor brought in died, with the exception of Tara. She did not fire a single shot, and when Glenn saw her and he checked her gun and he realized that she did not take a single shot, well, that's what, led Glenn to asking for her help and to eventually join them as well. AZ Gamer writes, yep, the governor also cut off Rick's arm in the comics. He did. Anyway, going back to the finale of season 4, the group led by Rick had been forced into that boxcar at Terminus, where they are reunited with members of the group that they had been separated from after the governor's attack. Andrew Lincoln said that the final line he delivered was very close to the one found in volume 11, issue number 64 of the comic book series. But Scott Gimple didn't think this would pass censorship, so they did a different shoot with him saying they're screwing with the wrong people. Now, Cat also, goes on, if you guys watch the Blu-ray, DVD, or digital release, they filmed that two different ways. Him saying the TV version of they're screwing with the wrong people, and then there's the way it was written in the comic books, where he says they're fucking with the wrong people. So if you want to see, Rick say that, either go check out the Blu-ray, DVD, or even the digital release, and you will see the actual line of that quote. And I believe I did a video way back when. I believe I called it like some of the Walking Dead's most memorable quotes. And I believe I put in the actual comment that he made, the uncensored one. Anyway, in the comics, there is no terminus. However, there is the existence of a small group of hunters led by Chris, who is sort of Gareth on the TV show. And a note that Bob's leg is eaten later on in the show by Gareth and his people, but it's Dale's leg that is eaten by this group of cannibals in the comic books. So you see how they flip stuff around? Just like Bob, this occurred after his shoulder was bitten by a walker. Dale was put down by Andrea, where in the series, Bob was put down by Tyrese to prevent him as coming back as a walker. So some great information here, guys. For those of you that were not that familiar with the comic books, you're getting a real big crash course here tonight. Now, Cat's third point, okay? The finale that probably we would all say was, the biggest cliffhanger. Season 6, okay? Season 6, the introduction of Negan on the TV show. I don't have to recount it to you guys. The eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We didn't know who was going to get it. All we saw was, from the camera's perspective, someone getting bashed over the head. And the way they filmed it is you just saw the blood dripping in front of the camera. And that was the end of that. And we had to wait 8 months, 8 long months, to find out, who actually died. Singer on YouTube writes, so Viz, do you think when we get the Rick Grimes movies that we could see Rick has become more of a villain than a good guy? You know what, Singer? I think that's already happened. I think that happened a long time ago. When it comes to Rick, yeah, he's part of the good guys that we know are the good guys. But you can very easily see Rick and a lot of the decisions he's made as the bad guy, without question. And the biggest is when he, volunteered to go kill the Saviors for Gregory, so they can start trading. Huge. Huge. So, anyway, Singer, to answer your question, I think that's already happened. Now, if you're asking if he's going to be even more of a bad guy, good guy, this has even been referenced on the show, okay? What is a good guy and what is a bad guy? It's all a matter of perspective, okay? The bad guys that we look at as bad guys on The Walking Dead, they don't think they're bad guys. They're doing what they think they have to do to preserve their own self-interest. And the same thing goes for Rick and his group. So the whole good guys, bad guys, antagonists, protagonists, it's all subjective. It's all a matter of point of view, reference, and so on. Anyway, Jaden writes, Rick does what he needs to protect the people he cares about. Absolutely, Jaden. And does that make him a good guy or a bad guy? Because a lot of the bad guys do the same thing. Now, there are some really notable exceptions in there. The governor was a psychopath. In my eyes, that's not subjective. He's just a bad guy. He didn't care about anybody. His group, Rick's group, he was just a psychopath. Gamer on Instagram writes, Viz, have you ever cried while watching the Walking Dead character deaths? I have become emotional at The Walking Dead, but not during a death scene. Never during a death scene. There have been many instances where I've become emotional. And I'll share one that just immediately comes to my mind. In the episode just before Rick's last episode, Season 9, Episode 4, when Rick and Daryl are stuck in that ditch and the walkers are starting to fall in, and Rick is the first one to climb out of there, the moment that Rick reaches down his hand and looks at Daryl and he says, brother, take my hand, that got me emotional. Another one, in the next episode, Daryl's expression right after Rick blew up the bridge and him crying, that got me choked up. That got me choked up. So there have been plenty of times I've gotten emotional, but not over death scenes. Just other parts, other different parts of the show. Gamer also writes, yep, that season 9, episode 4 made me cry. Janine is giving us a smiley love face. So, you know, Jakumar writes, Negan the ass kicker. CC Weezy also writes on Instagram, yep, I've had my moments as well. Tina also says, yep, me too. Welcome Ria on Facebook. Switching over to YouTube. Kat says, Daryl apologizing to Maggie for Glenn's death teared me up. That's another good one right there. Share your moments, guys. Share the moments that, you know, made you emotional. Our TCO Gaming writes, when's The Walking Dead coming back? October 4th. Singer on YouTube also agrees with Kat. EMIJ writes, the death of Herschel was heartbreaking. Yes, very heartbreaking. And, but you know, if Herschel had to choose a time to go, you know, Herschel smiling at Rick while Herschel was facing his pending doom, and just the look that Herschel had on his face, you know, played by Scott Wilson, and how proud he was of what Rick was saying and the turnaround that Rick had made. That was emotional. That was emotional. Not the actual part of that psychopath cutting his head off. You know what I'm saying? Ray also writes on Instagram, Beth's death was emotional. It was unexpected. I did not see that coming with Beth. AZ Gamer writes, Negan did all those things just to protect his people and the sanctuary, and Rick also did the same things. Yep, you're right, but Negan also had an ego that he wanted to satisfy. I'm not saying that Rick did not have an ego. Rick did have an ego, trust me. But Negan more so than definitely more so than Rick had. So anyway, continuing on with Kat's point about the season 6 and how the lines were censored, and they were all just basically stuck in that box car, and we had to wait till next season to see what would happen at Terminus. And, for me, that boxcar scene, I know I went back a little bit, but I've said this before, that season 5 premiere is probably one of my favorite Walking Dead episodes, with Carol rescuing them from Terminus and the whole thing right there. So the fourth point, season 8, episode 8, the mid-season finale of All Out War. The episode is titled How It's Gotta Be. Carl reveals he was bitten by a walker just as Rick and Michonne met him and the group in the sewers after the Savior, or while the Savior attack was going on in Alexandria. Another emotional scene as Rick is making his way through the sewer system, and you see everybody looking up at Rick, knowing that Carl has been bitten, and him approaching Carl, and Carl pulling up his shirt, pulling down the bandage, and the look on Rick's and Michonne's face. Wow. Heartbreaking. It was just heartbreaking. In the comic books, issue number 192, Carl lives and puts down Rick, who had turned into a walker after succumbing to 4 gunshot wounds, with at least one in the chest, inflicted by Sebastian, who is the son of the Commonwealth's governor. So we also have a picture of that. And let me bring that up, of Sebastian shooting Rick. Let me take this down. And here it is. Okay? This is Rick getting shot in the comic books by Sebastian. So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but this is how Rick's death plays out in the comic books. Very cool shot. Thank you so much, Kat, for sending me this. So, definitely right there. Now, to the fifth point, okay? Season 9, episode 15. The episode just before the season finale. Daryl's group, including Carol, find the decapitated heads. We all remember this, okay? The failed fair, and the big Whisperer slaughter, where we lost a lot of characters. The heads of Ozzy, Alec, DJ, Frankie, Tammy Rose, Rodney, Addie, Enid, Tara, and of course Henry. Their heads were on the pikes, which the slaughter was orchestrated by Alpha and the Whisperers. You gotta ask yourself, if Alpha's plan, when she infiltrated that fair, if her initial plan was, if I'm able to bring back Lydia successfully, I will let these prisoners go? Or was her plan, whether Lydia came or not, she was going to kill them? I don't know. I think my opinion is she would have killed them regardless. She would have killed them either way. In the comic books, issue number 144, Rick is the one that discovers the decapitated heads. Now, here's the people who actually died in the comic books at that fair, which is different from what they gave us on the TV show. In the comic books, it was Olivia, Josh, Carson, Tammy, Luke, Aaron, Ken, Amber, Larry, Oscar, and the two big ones, Rosita and King Ezekiel. Okay? In the comic books, it was Rosita and Ezekiel that were supposed to die. Well, that did die in the comic books. In in place of all the people that died on the TV show. So, we lost Enid, Tara, and Henry. In the comic books, we lost Rosita and King Ezekiel. So there you guys have Kat's 5 biggest cliffhanger moments. Sarah is with us on Facebook. Welcome, Sarah. She's saying hello to me. She's not been around for the last few days. Oh, that's fine. We're glad to have you back, Sarah. Thank you so much. Tina on Facebook writes, hearing you talk about it gets to me. I'm such a crybaby. It's okay, Tina. That's fine. We're all here to share. Switching over to YouTube. Let's see. Terzia writes Glenn's death. Hard Production writes Tyrese's death got me. One of the few times I cried watching a TV show. Kimmy's moment is Denise on the railroad tracks. That was completely unexpected in the manner in which that played out. Singer writes, I don't know which was bigger hero to me, Herschel or Abraham. That's a tough one. Singer also goes on to say both Herschel and Abraham were pretty much sacrificed for the rest of the survivors, and they both knew it was happening and played it exactly as you would think they would. That is 100% true. Absolutely. Kimmy also writes, I think she was killing them either way in regards to Alpha, and I completely agree with you, Kimmy. She kidnapped them. I think she was going to kill them regardless. If Lydia did come back, it was to say, don't ever try to mess with my kid again. But Lydia did not come back. So the message was, well, you're going to take my kid. Here's what I'm going to take away from you. EMI writes, yep, Alpha was so evil for doing that. Brian writes, they never should have done the season 6 cliffhanger. And listen, guys, I don't know how many of you guys saw season 6 live, as opposed to a lot of you that might have binge watched the show. I saw it live, obviously, and I was one of the ones that had to wait 8 months. And I remember right after that season 6 episode, the outcry on social media was tremendous. Talk about a lot of people being upset on how they ended season 6. And to some degree, I kind of agree with them. From a production standpoint, I totally understand why they did it. To draw such a huge interest and get everybody back into season 7. I don't know how I would have done it differently to not make the fans so pissed off about having to wait 8 months. For you guys that binge watched it, well, it's a non-issue for you. You watched it either right after the episode ended or the next day or whatever. But it was tough. It was tough having to wait 8 months to see how it played out. And season 7, episode 1 was very hard to watch. Andrew Valentine with us on Instagram says, hey, better late than never. Thank you for joining us, Andrew. Let's see. Loda on Facebook writes, season 7, episode 1, skipped watching it until now. My wife, the last episode me and my wife watched together was the season 6 finale. She knew what was coming. She didn't know to who, but she knew what was coming, and she couldn't deal with it. And that was the last episode my wife watched of The Walking Dead. Sarah is replying to Saz. Lindsay on Facebook writes, I saw it live. I was on the edge of my seat. Sarah writes on Facebook, hated Glenn and Abe dying. You're not the only one, but we knew somebody had to go. Two of them going was a shock. For all of us that read any kind of, article during that time, we all knew that it was Glenn that died at the hands of Negan during that sequence. And when we saw Abraham get killed first, we were upset. But we all thought that Glenn was going to be spared. And boy, did they surprise us. They definitely turned that around on us. Now, I want to get to some of the other teams' points as far as cliffhanger goes. Summer, season 2, okay? The finale, after Rick's powerful speech, how the camera pans out and it goes up, and then we see the prison in the background. Okay, that was executed amazingly, says Summer, which it was. And we knew what was coming next, okay, in the prison. And then Summer also goes on to say about season 9, the happy finale. The only finale that we've ever gotten in The Walking Dead that actually was not tragic, sad. It was kind of a happy finale for season 9. They made it back to Alexandria, playing in the snow. Nothing really... It did not end in any kind of cliffhanger except for Stephanie's voice coming through the radio after King Ezekiel and Judith were done talking. And then Summer also adds season 1. That was a cliffhanger. The way it ended with Jenner whispering into Rick's ear that we had no idea what he told him until the finale of season 2. Basically telling them that they're all infected. But we went through a whole season, an off season, wondering what the hell did Jenner whisper into Rick's ear? You know? Summer goes on to write, I could not wait to know what he told Rick, and I was so mad that Jackie, who's the one that stayed behind and died with Jenner, gave up so quickly. Dale should have left Andrea in the CDC. Summer also goes on to say, I'm kind of kidding. Kind of kidding. Dale should have left Andrea in the CDC. That's funny, Summer. I love that one. Kat writes, it was shocking in the way that the characters got a reprieve from the tragedy. Even Daryl was having fun, talking about the season 9 finale and how happy it ended. I want to get to some more notes here that we have. Andrew, mentioned season 2, episode 1, What Lies Ahead. That's the episode where Carl is shot. And then, boom, it stops right there. We don't know if Carl lives, dies. Right there, it was the way they did it for the group to be brought into Herschel's farm and to introduce Herschel and his family. Andrew also goes on to say season 2, episode 12. After shooting, Walker Shane, the herd is surrounding the farm, and we knew all hell was about to break loose. But they ended it right there. Luckily, we didn't have to wait that long, a week. And season 2 finale was awesome. With the farm getting overrun, it was just great. The barn burning, the whole 9 yards. Ethan's points. Season 6, episode 16. Again, the finale of, the Negan thing. Same points right there. He also goes on to mention season 4, episode 5, Internment. The governor showed up in the end of this episode, which was a huge cliffhanger at the time because the governor was the biggest and best villain we had seen till that point. We did not know what he was going to do, what he had been up to since the last time we saw him at the end of season 3. And we did get to see what he had been up to in season 4, episodes 6 and 7. Then the final battle at the prison, the mid-season finale. That's where Herschel died. And the governor was eventually and finally killed. Welcome, Mary, on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. Singer on YouTube writes, wasn't the season 5 finale a cliffhanger where the walkers got through into Alexandria? That was not the finale. Not the season finale. I'm trying to remember if it was the mid-season finale or not. It might have been the mid-season finale. It wasn't the season finale. I'm pretty positive about that. Saz mentions season 1, again with Jenner, and the CDC blowing up. Everyone had to everyone's list was, again, the season 6 finale. Like I said, you cannot do a cliffhanger show without mentioning season 6. Saz goes on to say, being a comic Negan fan, she was very excited to see the character come to the show. Due to TV regulations, the AMC series was unable to air the villain scenes, as what Kat said earlier. We had to wait for season 7 premiere to find out who got Lucille'd, as Saz says. As much as Saz hated to see Abraham and Glenn go, if Abraham had to die on the show, she's glad that he was killed by Lucille and not like in his comic death. He got Denise's death. Well, Denise on the show got the arrow in the eye, and on Abraham on the comics, that's how he went. All through that scene, Abraham was the only one who never took his eyes off Negan and stood up on his knees, not sitting on his feet. Negan saw this as a threat, and he knew he would never be able to break him. So he killed Abraham first. For the comic readers out there, they killed Glenn as well. Stephen Yen had said that he would like his comic death, so it wasn't a complete shock for Saz. But, oh my God, don't want to watch that again. And I agree. That season 7 with Glenn, it was just a shocker all the way around. So let's see what's going on the chats. Sussus says loves my t-shirt. Thank you so much. He's also waving at us. AZ Gamer on Instagram writes, in the comic days, and Andrea discovered the prison, and in the TV show, it was Rick and Daryl. So, Gamer also writes, the line that Rick said, that we are the Walking Dead on season 5, was also said by Rick in the comics in the prison. Good to know. Good to know. Let me just see some of the chats. Our time is almost up here. Caden on YouTube writes, what's your opinion on Rick's death? In the comics? Well, the comics ended right there, pretty much. We did a decade's time jump. But if you mean the TV show, Rick is very much alive on the TV show. So I'm assuming you mean the comic books. Caden also writes, I feel like Beta and Negan are going to have an epic battle. Yep, we have to wait and see, but it's going to be epic. Whether it's Negan, Daryl, who the hell knows? I think Daryl and Negan are probably going to be the two biggest heroes. Anyway, guys, we are way out of time. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You guys are awesome as always. I love talking to you. Please visit our website, deadtalklive.com. to get all the information, contact, episodes, links, the whole 9 yards. Please visit our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now, and subscribe. And if you're there right now, please hit the thumbs up button. We're on every night at 9:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And until tomorrow night, guys, remember to stay walking.